everybody, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. So we are turning in our optional quest. I believe we are... Oh yeah, we're in the process of trying to get Magna Mallow. Let me see what we got here. Gathering ore, gathering mushrooms, large monster hunting. Alright, so as far as the village quest goes, we have a lot of optionals here. We can obviously fight, and as far as the main ones, we can fight Royal Ludroth, which will put us in the new Flooded Forest map, which I'm actually really excited about. We can also fight the Great Wroggi, and then of course there's Tetranodon, in the Frost Islands. So we only have to collect, 2 more of these quests before we can do our next urgent quest. Haven't really done any of the optionals in case there were things that actually like popped up.
We're all super busy. Naruto hardly has any time for herself over at the hub.
So let me see. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one. Obnoxious Lord, Obnoxious Monster. Let's see. So hopefully I should have the volume issue fixed in this one. I know that I had an issue with the last episode, which I apologize. So essentially what happened was NVIDIA did an update, and I guess it like changed all my settings because it changed it to the optimized settings, and I had no idea that it was going to actually make everything so that I was the only one talking, and that none of my output devices were the same. So I worked through it with Red, and she got everything working again. So now it's just a matter of playing with the levels. I'm trying to make it so that my mic is just naturally soft, so I'm trying to make it to where my mic obviously can be heard a little bit better. The game's not heard as much, so there's this like little balancing act that we're trying to do here. So we'll see if it's successful. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and depart on our quest.
Among these endless streams, naught is what it seems. Beasts lurk in the shadows, claiming many a soul. Beware these dark waters, they will swallow you whole. Cursed hunting ground. Those who set foot there never again are found. For when the bird wyvern comes and unleashes its breath, its virulent poison brings a swift death.
Alright, so we are going after the Great Wroggi, which obviously has poison, so antidotes are going to be pretty important as far as that goes, but I already have a full thing of antidotes. Let's see. So the Flooded Forest, I actually really like this map. There's a really cool temple here. There's a lot of hiding places and stuff. There's some really cool subcamps as well. I know that there's a relic record in the temple, and I like that up there. I also know that there's one on top of the waterfall. There's a couple others, and you need barrel bombs in order to get the relic record. So really cool stuff. Like I said, I just love this area. I love this map, even as weird as some of the levels can be. So, and here is our prey. Now, the Great Wroggi is kind of like a smaller monster, but the thing with it is that because it's a smaller monster, it is actually very fast. And obviously, like I said, you have to contend with the poison. It does move a lot, so... That and the Royal Ludroth. I actually just fought Royal Ludroth the other day in Generations Ultimate. And it was pretty crazy, fighting some of these, monsters. Okay, so don't judge me on how I say the name, but me and Roto ended up fighting, I think it was called Belonga, or Bonlonga or something like that. It's essentially Ice Rajang, for those that know who Rajang is or what Rajang is. Rajang is my, like, worst enemy, honestly. Rajang and I do not get along, although Roto likes to call Rajang my best friend, for funny reasons, which I explain in my video where I'm playing with Red. It'll be the part where I say the scream that I scrumped, and that is regarding Rajang, funny enough. But yeah, so, Belonga, I'm just gonna say Belonga, is essentially Ice Rajang, and what's crazy is I knew how the fight was gonna go because I had watched a video, I'd watched a video regarding the fight when it came to talking about Monster Hunter 2, and the one thing I've recognized about Generations Ultimate is that Generations Ultimate seems to be like a combination of like Monster Hunter 1 and 2. Like, I guess, like, it's like a redo of 1, and then like mostly a different sort of like an upgraded version of 2, perhaps. I don't know, because I've never played them. It's just I've watched people play 1 and 2, and the maps is what really just like reminds me of that. So, but yeah, so it's like I'm not really sure. It's like that's just what it reminds me of, anyways. We are almost actually done with this fight already, which is crazy to me. So yeah, this monster is gonna go down here soon. I say that right as I kill it. Anyways, but yeah, there's some monsters that obviously I've never discovered before, and that's what I really, really love about Generations Ultimate, because it gives me experience with monsters I've just never faced, because Rise is my first Monster Hunter game, so obviously, like, I'm familiar with Royal Ludroth, Lagombi, Great Wroggi, that sort of stuff, like even Rajang, and of course Rathian and Rathalos, the staples of the series. You know, I'm familiar with those sorts of things, but there's a lot that I'm not familiar with. And even the app, Monster Hunter Now, has been, I guess, introducing me to new monsters, like Palomo, or Palomu, the bat, and some other things. So it's been a really interesting experience, though, going through Generations Ultimate, and kind of just seeing these monsters, like the Great Macau, freaking Velociprey, and yeah, so anyways, we went to go face Belonga, and all I remember is that the guy that I'd been watching the video, and I wish I remember his name, but the guy that I had been watching the video for on Monster Hunter 2 was just talking about how, like, this creature was always at the top of the mountain, and how, like, on top of the cold drinks you have to do, this monster never stops moving. And oh my gosh, was that a freaking understatement. Like, this guy is just insane when it comes to movements. So yeah, it was a nightmare. Let me see here.
How are you today? Here's the quest list.
I guess we're just gonna go ahead and go with Royal Ludroth, because I really just don't feel like fighting Tritranodon. My friend Roto says I have to learn how to bully the frog properly. It is his favorite monster to bully. Don't ask me why. I forget why. He told me once. It was something about him and his friend playing, and how they just bullied the crap out of this monster, and it just became their favorite to bully. But alright, and so we are going to go ahead and depart, and we are going to fight ourselves a Royal Ludroth.
A shallow forest stream coursing through the night. Amid the sound of water, a beast prepares to fight. Those who go in unprepared will bow before its might. Bathing in the falls, it waits, using water as its shield. yellow collar standing proud, its fangs shall never yield.
Yeah, fighting Royal Ludroth was probably really, I mean, it was really crappy whenever Roto and I did it on GU the other day. It was not a lot of fun, I can tell you that. Because Royal Ludroth just likes to, like, roll around, and the thing is, like, it really is very armored. And just its charges, like, the hitbox was just ridiculous. But I will say, though, that fighting Belonga, or whatever, that was the fight that I seriously thought we were gonna lose. Like, that was the first time I was like, oh crap, like, we are going to fail this mission. And, so, obviously, like, Hunter rank works the same in GU as it does, you know, Rise. So you have to do so many quests, and then you can take on the urgent quest. Well, Belonga was our urgent quest, and that's what was crazy to me, was, like, that was our urgent quest, and that was only Hunter rank #1. You know, like, that was just Hunter rank 1 monster, and I'm thinking to myself, one of the most, like, challenging fights, at least in terms of, like, I don't know, from what I saw of the video, like, one of the most challenging freaking fights. And, because of the movement, and just the way it behaves, like, and that was our optional quest, you know, that was the quest of all quests, to get us to Hunter rank 2, and I was like, you've gotta be kidding me. Like, it just seemed insane to me that would be the go-to monster. So, I don't know. Like I said, I was shocked more than anything that was what they went for, you know. Ooh. Oh, hello. I am here. Hello, hi. Alright, so, it's the hip check, dude. That's what really gets me. So yeah, it obviously has a really powerful tail. Its weak spots, the yellow is part of its weak spots, but it has armored arms. The thing is like, I remember Roto just being like, dude, like, this thing, like, everything's bouncing off of it, you know? And, the thing is, GU is really low poly, and so, at least to me anyways, it's an older game. It was made for the DS, so obviously the graphics, like, aren't the greatest. But at the same time, like, even I had a hard time telling, like, what was armored on the monster and what wasn't. So it was kind of funny when I finally noticed that its arms and legs were armored, and I was like, that's why it's bouncing off. It's not because of, you know, crappy weapons and stuff. Which, mind you, that's what we did have, but it wasn't as bad as I originally thought. It was just, I wasn't seeing the spikes. So yeah, Royal Ludroth really likes to roll around. It can make things really frustrating.
Observe how it's done.
I love these close quarters. Nice.
This'll do for
Nice,
now.
nice, nice.
I'll show you no
But yeah,
mercy.
so, but anyways, during the Belonga fight, this thing had so many different moves, like, so not only did it have an ice blast that was reminiscent of Rajang's, like, lightning blast or whatever, it also would throw snowballs like Lagambi, and it could dig underground like Diablos, and so this thing just had such a crazy moveset, and what really got me was the small mobs. So in Rise, the small mobs, they're not really a problem. Oh, fuck yeah. We got a tail, ladies and gentlemen.
I shall put
Heck
this to
yeah,
good use.
first tail. Nice. I didn't even get the tail, I just got a scale. That's not what I want. Anyways, but yeah, the small mobs generally in Rise are not that big of an issue. Like, they are, but they're not. I don't really generally have an issue with them. They kind of, like, they can cause an annoyance, they can interrupt, like, carves and stuff, but they generally don't do that much damage to where they don't really do that much damage to where they're causing that much of a freaking problem, you know?
Wonderful work, my friend.
But in freaking GU though, like the small groups, they will wipe you out. Like they not only just interrupt you while you're fighting a monster, like they are detrimental. Like I don't even know if I'm using that word properly. They will just ruin your time. And that's not an understatement. I remember Roto, and he was like, just go after the freaking small monkeys at this point, because we are never going to we're never gonna beat this creature if we leave the small mobs. So it was a bit crazy to me, just to see a small mob be so dangerous. But yeah, so it was kind of wild to me to just see that. But I would say Roto died, and then I died quickly after, because just the damage that this thing did. And all Belonga would do was run into us, and like half my health was gone. And it's because we couldn't really get the materials to upgrade our armor, because it is dependent on you, doing the story mode, and I really haven't done the story mode, quote unquote, the solo play, I should say, not the story mode. I haven't really done the solo play in GU, just because Monster Hunter is really like a game that you play with friends. That's where you get the most enjoyment out of it, at least that's what I think anyways. Like, solo play is fine, don't get me wrong, but I think I get more enjoyment definitely like playing with friends. But yeah, that Belonga fight, and then we had to do it twice, so generally, when you have an urgent quest, it'll level up your friends as well. You don't have to do the urgent quest twice or whatever. But, we ended up having to do the urgent quest twice, because I had to do it once, and then I leveled up to Hunter rank 2. He had to do it once. So we ended up having to fight this Belonga twice, and oh my gosh. Second time went a lot better, but oh, it was challenging. It was different. And then the Royal Ludroth, like, I was like, oh, I know this monster. It should be easy. Nah, it was a pain. Absolute pain. Samatari, I need you to go see him, and he says he wants to have a word with you. Kimura is more than just steel and monster hunters. I always been struggling to get what that means, but I think Ol Ham is trying to clue him in his own way, of course. Ol Ham used to be as cold as Tatara steel, but I guess he's getting soft in his old age. Anyways, don't keep our man waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and turn in my optional quests first. Ooh, a sale. What do we got? What we got?
I've got some good deals.
Oh, a trap tool. I mean, I'll take it. Trap tools they're not expensive, but
have a winner.
But I definitely need them, so.
Anything catch your fancy?
Always buy trap tools.
Excellent purchase. Again.
Alright. I should probably transfer items too. I didn't even think about it. Turn in these gloam grass. These null berries. Alright. Alright, old ham. What do you need?
What's up?
You're here. Do you know of the monster Bishaten? It's a fanged, thick-tailed beast with unpredictable movements. It's attacking anyone passing through the shrine ruins. An urgent quest has been issued for you to hunt it.
Yeah.
What are you still doing here? You need a reason, do you? Very well. Right now, you, know all of Kimura, hasn't got the strength or means to take on Magna Mallow and the Rampage. It feeds on the Horde to gain power. You can try and kill it, but it'll just eat even more to restore its strength. So what we need to do is separate it from the Horde, and I'm devising a way to do just that. In order to finish my device, I need materials from Bishaten, which just showed up at the ruins. The construction itself is, no, forget it, time short. We'll talk when it's done. Right now, I just need you to hunt Bishaten.
Come to me if you need new.
Okay. I mean, easy peasy for me. I always just try and save my progress when I can. I actually really like the fight with Bishaten. I think Bishaten's a very creative monster.
How are you today?
Oh, Samwitari, an urgent quest has come in. It's a request to hunt down a Bishaten, a big monster with a big tail that likes to monkey around. Most of that monkeying around involves attacking us, or attacks using its tail, so keep an eye on it, okay? Okay.
I have a special quest for you.
The only thing I don't like about Bishaten is,
Don't forget to eat.
I just don't like the, all the status effects that it can cause due to the fruit that it has, but, you know, it's not like it's bad, though.
Get your butt, Dango. Right home, man. So.
Alright.
That'll
Nice,
do.
nice, nice. And for those that are wondering, so I am using the high rank armor on my build. So you don't have to use the high rank armor. In fact, some people don't. They choose to play this game like as authentically as possible, I guess, quote unquote. When I use the word authentically, I mean just grinding for parts, getting all the lower leveled armors and going that route. I did that on my original account, and the thing is I'm just trying to get through the story. There is nothing wrong with using the high rank armor, because it is the best way to get through the vanilla content as quickly as possible. And then once you get into Sunbreak, the high rank armor becomes absolutely obsolete. And so you will have to do the grind. But this gives you time to gather materials, this gives you time to learn the game, really just kind of discover what you need to discover. I think it's a great way to play for some people, and, you know, but I did have someone mention that I was using the high rank, and so I'm setting like this, I guess, unreal expectation of what the game's like. I don't really consider this the case at all. I think that you can learn the game just as well using high rank armor. I think that the tutorials in place give you a good idea of what to do in the game. And then once you do get into the DLC content, yeah, for some it might be a rude awakening if they've relied on the high rank armor this entire time. But at the same time, sometimes it's that kick in the butt that you need to really get invested into a game and decide that you want to, like, make these amazing builds and stuff. So don't put yourself down if you do use high rank armor. I didn't use it, like I said, in my original file on the Switch. Like I said, I'm Hunter rank 174, I'm Master rank 50. Obviously, I learned how to play the game despite using, like, you know, despite using some things at times that people thought were, like, I guess, cheesing it. But it's not cheating. There's nothing wrong with it. It's part of the game. It's legitimate. It's not a mod or anything like that. So don't worry about it so much. But I figured I would let people know that if it doesn't seem that I'm taking a lot of damage, it's because I am using that high rank armor. But it's also because I've beaten this game before, and I'm really just trying to showcase it for you guys. So that is what kind of, like, makes it a little bit different on my end. At least to me anyways. So obviously once we get into Sunbreak and stuff, I will have to be building different armors, and I'll be talking more about that once we get into it, because there are certain builds I'll be going for. I'm not, like, as competitive or crazy strategic as other people, so it might not be as interesting, but once we get into Sunbreak, I'll kind of describe that probably a little bit more, if I remember, but I will go towards, like, more, specific builds and stuff that go along with Great Sword and my, Longsword and my style of play. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this urgent quest.
On the road to perdition. Stands a false sentry with a devilish mission. Once it spots movement, it puts its tail in position. Its plan to pelt prey coming into fruition. For this is its territory. And there is no admission.
Let us begin.
Alright. So, Bishaten. Bishaten, like I said, Bishaten does move a lot. Definitely not my favorite monster. So, yeah, definitely not my favorite monster to fight. Not a horrible monster to fight. Like I said, just not really my go-to. For fun fights, just because, like I said, the status effects really just get on my nerves sometimes, but it's not a bad fight. So, can't really complain. I don't want to run into Azeros, I just wanted to get those spear bugs for my optional quest. I still need to find the subcamp here. I kind of remember where it is, but funny enough, out of all the subcamps, the ones in the Shrine Ruins, man, I can't even talk today. The ones in the Shrine Ruins were the ones that I actually found last. I didn't even find them until I was already in Sunbreak. I kind of thought that due to the size of the Shrine Ruins and the fact that it's like one of the first maps, I kind of was just under this assumption that it didn't even have a subcamp. And what's crazy is I thought I had scoured like the whole of it because I already found like all the relic records here and stuff by the time I found the subcamp. So, I believe it's in Zone 8, somewhere in Zone 8. But I don't exactly remember. It is definitely out of the way, so. But we'll take on Bishaten. If Bishaten runs, we'll explore Zone 8 a little bit and see. But I have a feeling we might end up killing it before then, so. No, dangerous roars. Ugh. Okay, so Bishaten is annoying because it can climb walls and stuff. You can attempt to get it off of walls, obviously, and you can knock it prone. Damaging its tail is going to help a lot, but its tail is very armored, as you can see, so there's only certain places where you can hit it. And it does have wings, so it can glide. So that is going to be annoying as well. Nice. I look forward to when we get the traps on the walls. I don't know how Roto manages to like remember like where everything is, but that boy, he knows where all the trap walls are, and it just astounds me. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm taking the monster this direction because there's a trap wall over here." I just can't remember those fine details about a map. I don't know. I've never been able to do that, so. I was hoping to do better with that spiritual blade. I recently learned from Roto again, because he knows more about Monster Hunter than I do. Definitely, I learned recently. Whoa. I learned that. Ow. That I can actually negate my character sheathing her sword when using Spiritual Blade by just doing the special sheath again. And it is kind of tricky. I find it harder to do on an Xbox controller, and I don't know why. I don't really think I have a reason for that, other than I guess I'm just not as used to playing Monster Hunter with it. Because it doesn't, like, it's not uncomfortable, and the controls are actually really similar. They're pretty much one-for-one for the Switch. But the Switch obviously has, like, a smaller controller, so. Alright, we're not gonna explore Zone 8 right now. I said if it ran, we would, but I am gonna carve from this Bombaji, though. Because we don't have a lot of those. But I don't want Bishaten to, like, heal up or anything like that. Hiya!
I'll show you no mercy.
Well, I mean, I still got away from that. Don't you dare. Jerk. But yeah, the special sheath, I do have, like, a hard time with that. At least on the Xbox, I have a harder time of it. Ugh. Man, this guy moves a lot. Nope, not today. I recently had another friend of mine online say that they really wanted to try Monster Hunter, but they felt like it would be hard to play solo. And the thing is, I don't agree with this. I don't think it is hard at all. Well, I don't think Rise is hard at all, I should specify. I think Rise is very friendly as an entry to Monster Hunter. I think that it gives players, like, a lot of advantages. And it is very kind in teaching you how to play the game. That's why every time I play, there's like a tutorial menu. Oh no. But yeah, that's why every time I play, there's like a tutorial menu, because it's teaching you how to play the game, obviously. So, I think that if you are going to get into Monster Hunter, even though a lot of people say that they don't like Rise, I think that Rise is probably the best one that you can get into, just because of how beginner-friendly it is. And that's just my opinion. Having played GU, and seeing how older Monster Hunters are, and then just watching videos on the difficulty of World, I would definitely recommend Rise to those wanting to learn how to play Monster Hunter, you know? That is just my opinion, though. But if you have any other, like, opinions on it, then, I mean, feel free to let me know, I guess. Because I haven't played other ones, and I know that Monster Hunter Stories is a little bit different as well, so it's kind of hard to say, oh yeah, play this game that's not like any other game, you know? Alright, we have beaten Bishaten. So things are going pretty good so far. We are knocking these out really fast. Ooh, I've earned some new guild card titles. Nice. I wonder, like, what the achievements are in this game, because I haven't gotten a lot of achievements, and I felt like on the Switch I had more achievements by this time. Samitari, great work handling that urgent quest. Taking care of that monster allowed Old Ham to finish his thingamabob. Go check it out when you can. Don't run off just yet, there's more good news. You can now take on 4-star quests. Get them from Hanoa when you're ready. And just one more thing. Magna Mallow and the Rampage are almost upon us. You're doing real good out there. Don't lose focus. Okay. What? Oh, there's another sale. Hold on, I want the sale.
I've got some good deals.
Ooh, max
for
potion.
you.
Nice.
Well done.
I mean, good enough for me.
What are you looking for?
I do want trap tools.
Right up. Happy
Let's see.
hunting.
Let me see, Ham. What you got, old Ham?
Oh, it's
Masterfully done. Thanks to you, the device is ready to go to the stronghold. With this, we can divide Magna Mallow and the Rampage and prevent it from regaining its strength. You still want to know how it works? Fine, I'll explain it to you. It's complicated, so listen well. The flesh and blood of the Rampage is extremely nutritious to Magna Mallow. That's why it always follows the horde. Its nose is amazingly sensitive to the frenzy. We'll use that very quality against it. This is where Bishaten comes in. Its stomach is perfect for aging meat. For the monster palate, anyways. We stuffed fresh meat from a rampaging monster into the stomach. Soon it'll be pungent enough to draw Magna Mallow here.
Yeah.
But my contraption, with the stomach inside it, will lure Magna Mallow into one of the stronghold's secret passages. You'll be waiting at the end of it, and the rest is up to you. Kimura's more than steel and hunters. My device was my answer to Fugin's words in a way only a blacksmith knows how. Since you helped me make it, I'd like to give you this in exchange. Ooh, armor spears. Nice. Does that mean I can upgrade my armor finally?
Have a look around.
No. Max upgrade reached. Okay. Totally understandable.
Goodbye.
Alright. And then Hinoa. Speak to me.
How about this weather, hmm?
Good job out there. Oh, and by the way, have you noticed how excited Elder Fugin and Master Hammond have been acting recently? My sister says that Master Hojo in the Gathering Hub has been in a super good mood too. He's croaking in delight. All three used to be famous hunters back in their day, and now they're reliving their glory days vicariously through you.
Huh.
I wonder if they remember doing 4-star quests. Well, I'm sure that it'll all come back to them soon enough, now that you've unlocked them. And that's not all you've unlocked. More stars equals tougher monsters, but I'm sure you'll be just fine.
How are you today?
Alright, optional quests. Let's see. Dropped materials.
Take care of yourself.
Alright, and we got another quest over here. Yep. We're gonna unlock more Dango.
Welcome.
Samatari, I had this super weird thing happen to me the other day. I went on a trip to buy Dango ingredients and it got dark before I could make it back. So I was walking through some gloomy caverns alone, getting this really creepy vibe. And suddenly I heard these screams like, yarg and big yarg. It really scared the life out of me. I panicked and ran home as quickly as I could, dropping all my stuff on the way. Please, can you go find my stuff for me? I know exactly where I left it, and I'll have Dango ready when you're back. Getting back the groceries. And there's another quest over here. Goodness gracious. I mean, this is every time you unlock a new thing, though. Hey there, Samatari. Hard at work as always, I see. How's your Palamute treating you? Hearing stories about your work is such an inspiration. Every time I hear a story, I get an idea for some new Palamute gear. But then I got so excited I was in such a hurry to create that I forgot to get the materials I need. Do you have any you can spare? If so, I can set you up with never-before-seen Palamute gear when I'm finished. Oh, we need Dragonite ore. I don't even think I've seen Dragonite ore. Huh.
Look.
I wonder where I can get that. That's probably like a higher rank thing or something. Soar with a great wire bug.
Hey.
Oh, yo, it's you. Heard you've been doing pretty well lately. Not that I'd expect any less from a rookie I took under my wing. To help you keep up with the good work, here's some more great wire bugs. Like, wire bugs, not wire bugs. I caught. Hope you find them useful. Nice. Thought I'd have to do a quest, but I guess not. Is there anybody else that wants to speak to me? Goodness, the Buddy Plaza. There's everything here. Thanks for taking your buddies with you. And he gives me a buddy ticket. Nice. Is there anybody else? I have quite an important message for you. We've modified the Meowcenary's kites so that they're now able to survey farther off territories. This means they'll come across new, different materials to collect. If you have no qualms with it, I'd like to get started right away. Heck yeah. Can I talk to you again? Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take those all. Alright, let's select our destination. Ooh, the Flood Forest. Gonna go ahead and get Royal Ludroth pieces. Alright. Is there anybody else? Do you have anybody special for me?
Welcome.
Nope. No special buddies? Neil, Sarah. Sarah's cute. Billy, Miguel, Tim, Spike, and Jet. Oh, Sarah. She's adorable.
That's a good pick.
Alright, and then let's see. We got Handy. Icarus. Oh, Icarus is cute. Florian. We got Bob. Josie. Robin. And we got Mocha. I think I really like Handy's adorable.
Great choice.
And I should probably get Robin because my sister has a dog named Robin, so. Alright.
Take care of your buddies.
Alright, and then let's see. Anything from the Argosy?
Ah, it's you.
Alright, nothing yet. Exchange for items, rare finds, burn a stone. I'll take that.
Completed.
No special goods. Okay.
This is why I bye-bye.
Alright. It really does just come down to just kind of checking everything whenever you unlock new stuff. I mean, obviously, you just want to make sure that there's nothing that you're missing. So, and you want to make sure you're getting all the requests that you can. Oh, hey. Guess what? I've gotten so good at making bunny dango, it's turning more delicious than ever. Now you can eat the same dango and the effect is going to be even more powerful. Nice. I've updated the menu. You should check it out. Every dish in there is super yummy. Nice. I'll have to probably check out more of those. See what other new effects we got. Alright, and this is basically the same thing. It's just Dango upgraded. So, nice, nice, nice. Alright. Okay, so let's see what we got for 4-star quests. Because I can probably do one more.
How about this weather,
Okay, so we are now on 4-star quests.
Which quest would you like?
Oh no. Alright, so we have Somnicanth, Barioth. Barioth is really cool. Ooh, we finally got Rathian. Tobi Kodachi, really cool monster. Volvidon, I despise. And we have Basarios, another one that I'm not really a fan of. Let's see. We finally got our two monster targets.
Just go take a stroll or even a
Let's
nap.
see. And then we
Slow and
got
steady
a
wins
Pookie
the race.
Pookie. So, We obviously have a lot that we can choose from. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and get back the groceries.
Careful out there.
I'm just gonna depart on this quest. So we're just gonna do this to finish up, just something small.
Trial by fire. Torrents most dire. The dead beckon atop their pyre.
Alright, so we are in a new zone. We are in the volcano territory. I actually really like this place, but it is frustrating because of all the multiple levels. It's really annoying because there are upper and lower areas. So, supposedly, she's supposed to have marked on the map where she left her groceries. We're supposed to be getting these legendary herbs, and yet I don't see them right now. I know she said she was in a cavern, which means most likely we're gonna have to go underground for them, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the twisting tunnels and stuff of this area can be kind of frustrating, especially when monsters run, because a lot of the times they'll hop between the upper and lower levels. And it's just really annoying, because then you're just gonna have to climb up or fall down, and it's the constant back and forth just gets tiring after a while. So let's see here. Oh, that's not what I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, it's the constant up and down, which is just really annoying. So, all right, there's one.
Looks useful.
And obviously, like, if they're dark, it means that we have to go underground in order to get it. So, and we have plenty of time to do it, and I don't plan on running into any monsters, which is why I didn't eat before all this. I'm kind of just remembering where everything is at the moment. But yeah, the other day I was playing on this map on the Switch, on my original account. We were fighting Teostra, because I needed some Teostra pieces. I remember that much. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And there are these bismuth crystals, which are kind of annoying. Oh gosh. Well, I guess that solves the getting underground problem, even though there was a herb right above me. So this is kind of what I mean when I'm like, okay, there's multiple levels. Obviously, we want to find a way to get back up to the surface, and that can be really challenging. The way that you get back up to the surface is there are geysers that'll shoot you back up to the surface, and obviously you can also, you can teleport as well, so... It's not like it's that complicated. It's just more annoying than anything. So yeah, there's these geysers right here. And you just press on them, they'll toss you up, and then you have to use your wire bug in order to get back up to the surface. So, it's nice that they label them. What's up, Camp? It's nice that they label them for you, but at the same time, like, trying to use them and sometimes not using the wire bug correctly can be a real, like, pain in the butt. So, it's not like it's horrible. It's not a horrible map. It's just, like I said, it's the various levels, it's the running back and forth. You know, that's what really gets me with this, this map. So, I want to go. No, I want to do. All right. I was like, oh, I don't want to fall back down there. I actually do want to try and get some materials too. So I need, not malachite ore. I need dragonite ore, I think is what it said, in order to upgrade some stuff. So I'm gonna eventually need that. And as we fight more monsters, obviously we're unlocking new weapons too. So I'm really excited about that. Now, I know that there's another sub-camp. I believe it's across here. Either that or it was over there. I don't know, I forget. But I think it's this way. We obviously have 2 groceries that are underground. I'm also just setting down wire bugs too, because when we do hunt monsters in this area, the wire bugs will come in handy for sure. Yeah, the sub-camp's right over here, I believe. That is not what I want. Okay, this is what I want. Yep, another sub-camp. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, 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 nice. This is a unique item, so we don't need that. Because we don't need the scorch ore. Alright, is there anything else that we can get from over here? Ugh. What monster is down here? Oh, I forgot. This is the place with the spider. Yeah, it has all those mites and stuff. Ugh. So there is one fire spider. I'm not scared of spiders. I know a lot of people that are. So there is a spider monster that I know that a lot of people hate. It is pretty disgusting, like, not gonna lie. Like, I think the concept of it's really cool, but, I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to run into it, of course. So... And if we can find some broken parts, that'll be fine, too. What's this? Unique item, monster fossil. Don't want that. There we go. But I do really like this whole, like, hot and cold vibe. You obviously have these really cool caverns, and then you have the lava and stuff. Like, I love the aesthetic of this place, but the monsters that I have fought in this place are not fun. And I'm talking, like, I've run into Rajang in here, freaking Teostra. What are you? Is that... It's not Baroth. That's Basarios? Right? Basarios?
Let us begin.
Yeah, it's Basarios. Womp womp. Listen, I just want groceries, so I'll be taking my leave. Even though I probably shouldn't have poked the monster, but... Listen, I've just never learned my lesson when it comes to these things, clearly. Oh man, this thing's really chasing me. No, go away, dude. No, drop aggro. Go somewhere else, dude. I still, like, barely hear the music. He'll give up. That battery's like, he's like, we'll flank him. But yeah, no, usually it's like I'm fighting like a Rathian or a Rathalos here. Sometimes it's an Elder Dragon. There's that spider, yeah, that spider monster that I mentioned before. Like, I don't know, there's some really, really tough creatures that you can run in here. I mean, and granted, you can run into monsters anywhere. It's not like it's like map specific per se. It's just obviously there are monsters that have like favored maps. So, but yeah, like, the volcanoes are harsh. They are harsh. It's a harsh environment. That and this map's just huge, but as you can see, it's just, it's the levels, dude. There's just so many. So many of these levels. Alright, so we're clearly going to zone 8. But yeah, it's just the constant, like, up and down, up and down. So when you're trying to find a monster, you're just like, okay, is it in the upper levels? Is it in the lower levels? And then when they flee multiple times, especially when you get into the harder content, it's just, like I said, you're just constantly trying to figure out, okay, where are they gonna flee to? And then the travel time is just annoying. So, like, normally in my main mode, in my main account or whatever, I don't use my Palamute. I actually just stick to my Palico, because my Palico has really, really good healing skills that I prefer to use while I'm fighting monsters. My friend, he uses his Palamute, and so he can obviously find monsters quicker than I can, because he has, you know, the ability to speed through the level. I don't. So for me, everything is slow traveling. So definitely it gets frustrating trying to navigate these types of maps. So,
Victory!
but yeah, other than that, like I said, I really like the aesthetic. I like the using of the air vents. I like all that stuff. So it's just really fun.
Looks useful.
But definitely fighting monsters here can be a pain, as I said, so. But honestly, we make a lot of good progress in a very short amount of time, so. The solo story really doesn't take very long. I think that was like one of my biggest gripes with the game. What is this? A Dango ticket? Okay. I think that's one of my biggest gripes, is that the story mode, even if you play it like, I guess more slowly, even then, you know, if a level only takes like 9 minutes and you only have to complete like 4, then it doesn't take long to get through the story mode, so.
Welcome to my shop.
You found a subcamp location in the lava caverns. We can begin setting it up. Slay 8 Uroctor.
Come back anytime.
Alright. And then what's the next one? I need a Pteranodon hide, which I have, and I need large monster bones. Okay, alright. Not bad. And then for her stuff, I think I'm starting to get what Elder Fugan meant. Master Hammond protected the village with his smithy skill and ingenuity, not a weapon. We'll come back to that later. What do you say we prepare for a hunt by having some delicious bunny Dango? Nice. Alright, so that's all we have for this episode. Thank you all so much for joining me. Like I said, we are making some really, really good progress. I'm just going to go ahead and play some of the optional quests on my own, some of the smaller stuff. Obviously, this will help me get materials. This will help me so that I can make better weapons and stuff in the future. But yeah, I usually do these things off camera because they're not really that big of a deal. If it's a new monster, of course, I'll just save it for another episode, but if it's just killing small mobs, then it really doesn't matter. But thank you all so much for joining me, and if you like this video, feel free to leave a like. Of course, if you play Monster Hunter, or if you have any particular thoughts or feelings, then go ahead and leave me a comment. I love interacting with people that comment on my videos. I try to reply to every single one, and if you want to play Monster Hunter in the future, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to join some people. But yeah, thank you so much for your continued support of this channel, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, ciao you guys.